Here we are, starting off in the cab of 346M. This cab was relatively untouched. All the electronics on the dash hadn't been taken. This cab was interesting, as the driver's seat still had the life extension fabric, just like the ones you would see on the Stage 2 or 3 Comeng trains. The wall was pretty interesting as well, as it was carpeted. There's another spare seat in the cab. And making our way. It's funny too, because the QR code was ARS93V. And the carriage number sticker was also still there on this train. Now we're walking through. Here's a bit of history about this set in particular. It entered service on the 12th of October 1982, and its last day of service was Australia Day 2022 before it was withdrawn from service. It was transferred to Tottenham on the 18th of February 2022. Also in this car, or this trailer, you can see the mechanism that powers the doors. The stickers on it say July 2009, which I found pretty interesting. Continuing to walk down the carriage, we're walking towards 345M now, going through the open gangways. You can see the red sticker there at the bottom of the window, which M-Train put there nearly 20 years ago. I had to hop through the door on this train. You can see the window there, which some people kicked in. The QR code for this carriage was pretty funny as well. It was RLQ2. Continuing to walk down. This train wasn't really graffitied that much, so it was pretty interesting. Now we're looking onto the last row, which is 474M. Interesting that they covered up the Metro logos on it. We've made our way to the end of the cab, or to the cab of 345M, to the end of the carriage. And there's a view back looking towards. Here are the photos I took on this day as well. There's one of outside. There's a couple of these ones. See 336M, and I can't even make out that one. This one you can make out as 476M under the graffiti, and 310M. They were put there first. You see the wiring. You can see the scraped off paint on the windows. There's the couplers, or what couples the trains. There's more photos. That's 419M, or the front of it. Smashed marker light. You can see Sumimoto, it says manufactured 1983. Here's the back of a DDU, driver's display unit, which is dated July 2009. There's the front of one. Sadly, the screen's been smashed. Here's looking at 489M from inside a carriage. That's 341M. There's looking down the rows. There's 322M, the lowest Alstom refurbished Comeng. Another photo looking down the rows. More photos of the window, because it's interesting to see the scraped off paint where it's worn away. This one was funny too, because you could see Connex fabric. There's another close-up. This is towards the end of the row, so this is the last carriages. That's 310M. You can see the original front through this photo, showing through the fiberglass. It's another photo of the window. Obviously 318M, one of the first ones put there. You can see a lot of scraped off paint on that one. Here's under the train. This is some cool electrical equipment or something. This says AMT dryer control box. More scraped off paint. That's where the step used to be, and you can see where they've patched it. Pretty bad, this one. A lot of paint missing. This is a train in the first row. I believe 408. There's 460M. Very eerie feeling being here by yourself. More photos are inside. The later rows were relatively clean. Not much graffiti. The first 2 rows were the worst. You can see the dashboard for 437M. Had everything, just missing the speedometer. There's another look of 437M, the interior. That's an electrical compartment there, near the cab. It's looking through a window. There's 323M. 489M. Another photo of the interior. This is obviously 414M, 413M. There's another photo of 474M. As you can see, they've covered up the Metro logo. That was in the cab, but looking through the little window. That's for the mechanism that powers the door that we saw in 1023T. Here we see we're in the cab now of 346M. It's a lot, very technical, a lot of equipment in there. Then we can see the bell code, which is what the trains originally had in the 90s. There we can see it says Westinghouse brake. And this is interesting too, it has the periscope still, which they got rid of. There's another look at the carpet that was on the walls. Another photo of the cab. This one's been, some stuff has been taken on that one.